What we will be talking about today, we're going to be talking about what are graduation seals, how to meet requirements for each seal, and how to track your graduation seals. The counseling department will be helping us with these topics today. A couple of quick things. If you're not speaking, you will want to keep your microphone muted. If you have a question, you can unmute your microphone or you can ask it in the chat box because we will have question and answer time. So at this time, I will go ahead and turn it over to the counselors.
Hi, everybody. I am Summerlee Rollins, and I am one of the school counselors. I work with students with last names D-O through K. So it's nice to see you all and meet you all. So we are going to talk about, like she said, the graduation requirements, including the graduation seals. Okay, so the first step for graduation requirements is your course credits. There are 20 required course credits for every student. As you can see, there are 4 with English, 4 credits with math. One of those must be Algebra 2 course, 3 science credits, 3 social studies credits, a half credit of health, and a half credit of PE, which is your gym class, a half credit of financial literacy, 1 full credit of fine arts, and then 3.5 extra credits of your general electives, which we have a sheet that we can provide families and students for those options. The second graduation requirement is demonstrating competency. In order to demonstrate competency, students must earn a passing score on both their English 2 and Algebra 1 end of course exams. This passing score is a 684. And if a student does not meet that 684 point score, they can demonstrate competency in a different way, which includes enlisting in the military, college credit plus courses, and career readiness. But something we do want to note is that if a student doesn't hit that 684 on their first try, they are required to take that exam at least one more time. And then the third graduation requirement, so you have your credits, competency, and then demonstrating readiness. So the state of Ohio has an opportunity for 12 graduation seals, which we will go through in a second. And every student must earn at least 2 of these seals, and these seals will be printed on your transcript and your diploma. These are the 12 possible graduation seals that students can earn. There are 9 state-defined diploma seals, which are listed on the left, and there are 3 locally defined diploma seals listed on your right. But another thing to note is that all students must earn at least 1 seal in the state-defined column. And now I'll pass it on to our next counselor.
Okay, excellent. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Jennifer Haberman-Bolen, and I am Trekka's Career and College Specialist. And so I'm going to start us off by talking about some of the state-defined seals. Just to reiterate what Ms. Rollins said, at least one of the seals that you earn must be a state-defined seal. So we're going to start with the Military Enlistment Seal. The requirements to earning this seal is you need to provide evidence that you have enlisted into a branch of the U.S. Armed Forces. You do this by handing into your school counselor a signed copy of your enlistment contract. Another way that you can earn this seal is to participate in an approved JROTC program. Trekka does not currently offer JROTC. However, if you came to us from another school and if you participated in 2 years of JROTC at that school, we will honor the seal that you earned through that program. The next state-defined seal is the Industry Credential Seal. In order to earn this seal, you must earn a 12-point credential in one pathway that's aligned to a job that's considered in high demand. So many students that earn this seal, they also attend career centers. So I don't know if anybody out there is attending a career center and Trekka. But check with your career center to see which credentials they offer in the program that you are attending. So an example of a 12-point credential would be, let's say at your career center, you are in the health technologies program. You might have the opportunity to earn your STNA. That is considered a 12-point credential. So if you earn your STNA, be sure to let your school counselor know, and then we'll be able to assign you that seal. You also could have the opportunity, depending on your pathway, of earning multiple credentials that equal 12 points. So examples of that would be if you're in maybe the automotive technology program at your career center, you might be taking quite a few different credential exams, maybe in brake alignment or heating and cooling repair or something like that, that would all equal 12 points. So if you receive your 12 points that way, you'll definitely want to let your school counselor know, and you'll have achieved that seal. The next state defined seal, college ready seal. So in order to earn this seal, it is all based on the scores that you receive either on your ACT test or your SAT test. And the scores must be considered remediation free, which means that the scores are pretty much saying that you're college ready. So for the ACT, those scores you can see on the slide. In English, you would need to score an 18 or higher. In reading, a 22 or higher, and in math, a 22 or higher. You would need to meet each of those three scores in order to qualify for this seal. And then same with the SAT. For reading and writing, you would need to get 480 or higher, and mathematics of 530 or higher. Now, any students that are out there, if you are currently a junior, you will have the opportunity to take the ACT through TRECA late winter, early spring. So you will be getting information about that, of when to show up, where you'll take the test, and that'll be through TRECA. You could also register to take the ACT because it is a national test. So you can take you can register on the ACT website, and then sign up for, the location and date closest to you. When you do register, you will definitely want to mark that you are a public high school student and that TRECA is your high school, so that way we can get copies of your scores, so then we can monitor to see if you have achieved the scores needed for this seal. There is a cost associated to the ACT. So if you feel that based on your family income, you might qualify for a fee waiver, please reach out to me or your school counselor. We can check. The ACT fee waiver will cover the cost of the exam. So if you have not completed your returning student packet, definitely get that handed in. That's where we get the information from to see if you qualify for the fee waiver to pay for your ACT. All right, so the Ohio Means Jobs Readiness Seal. So this is a really interesting seal because to earn this seal, it is not based on your grades or any test scores. To earn this seal, you need to show that you are proficient in different skill areas that are high demand from employers. So if you are currently working or volunteering, maybe through community service, or you have a work history, this might be a seal that you want to check into. This is a snippet of the form that you would fill out. There's different 15 skill areas in what are considered soft skills. So we'll be looking at punctuality, work ethic, communication, digital technology, reliability, different skills that employers really want their employees to come in already being proficient in. So for each of the skills, you would really think about, your time working or volunteering or your school time and how you display those skills. You'll give us examples. You'll reach out to a mentor, usually a work supervisor, for the skills that you use work for. If you use school examples, we encourage you to reach out to maybe your TRECA advisor or your TRECA school counselor to see if they would be willing to comment on those skills and what they see, in their day-to-day interactions with you. You'll fill out the form. You will send it to either your school counselor or myself. We will work on validating it. And then once the validation is completed, you'll have earned your Ohio Means Jobs Readiness Seal. All right, hand it over to Ms. Mayer.
Hi, everyone. I'm Ms. Mayer. I'm a school counselor here, and I work with students with the last names RU through Z. Another state-defined seal is the science seal. A way that students can earn this seal is by earning a 3 or higher on their biology end of course exam, or by earning a B or higher in one unit in their advanced science class. The courses that we offer for advanced science are environmental science, chemistry, physics, or zoology. You can also earn the seal by earning a B or higher in a College Credit Plus science course. Another state-defined seal is the citizenship seal. Students can earn this seal by earning a 3 or higher on their American history end of course exam, earn a final grade of a B or higher in their American history course, or earn a B or higher in an American history College Credit Plus course. In addition to that, students will also have to do the same thing for the American government class, earn a proficient score of a 3 or higher on the government end of course exam, or a B at the end of the course for your American government, and a B or higher in an American government College Credit Plus course. You can't do one or the other. You have to do both to earn the citizenship seal. These are 2 more state-defined seals. We do not offer them here at TRECA, but a lot of times schools will have them on your transcript if you transferred here. And if it is listed on your transcript, we will, honor those seals. But they are the seal of biliteracy. The requirement for that is demonstrate proficiency requirements on assessments in a world language and English. Or of course the honors diploma, which is earned one of 6 honors diplomas outlined by the Ohio Department of Education. So again, we don't offer these, but if they are listed on your transcript from your previous school, we will honor them. And I will turn it over to Mrs. Ballinger.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Ballinger. I work with students whose last names begin with the letters L through RO. We're going to talk a little bit now about the technology seal. This is the last of the state-defined seals that we offer, that are offered. The requirements are listed here. There's 2 different pathways. First one is to complete our computer software class worth 1 credit. Then you would do a final exam and you would have to take a web exam. So you would want to make sure you could take that exam before you choose that seal to work on. There's a pathway 2, which is basically the same thing except for taking one credit class, the computer software. You would take 2 half credit classes, which would be the web programming and the animation and games. So it would just depend on where your interests lie, which one of those pathways you would choose. There's 2 other ways of getting the technology seal. If you look on the left side of this slide under the requirements, number 1 is to earn a score equivalent or proficient on an appropriate AP or International Baccalaureate, I can't really pronounce that, IB exam, or earn a B or higher in an appropriate CCP technology course. Or the third one is what I just mentioned. Those were the pathways that most of our students would follow to try to earn the technology seal. Okay, now looking at the locally defined seals. There are 3 options. Again, one of your seals has to be state defined, but then your other one could be a locally defined seal. The first one is the student engagement seal. Students will complete 2 years of participation in athletics or 2 seasons, or clubs that they can be in, 4-H, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, other considerations. A student pursuing this seal must have a plan pre-approved by the school counselor. But we can work with you on this. If you say, hey, I've been in Boy Scouts for 5 years, just let us know. We'll talk about it. Maybe you're in a soccer club or something like that. You can earn a student engagement seal through some of the activities that you're already in. So there's more information on here. You can look at it. It's in all of our classrooms. We don't expect you to have all of this memorized. And again, if you're working on the engagement seal, you will complete a final project summarizing your participation, and we can help you through that as well. The second locally defined seal is community service. Students will complete 80 hours of community service. Students can complete hours in 1 year or by completing hours over multiple years in high school. So you don't have to get all 80 of your hours in 1 year. They have to be completed by May 1st of your senior year of high school. Students pursuing this seal must have a plan pre-approved by the student pathway coordinator. You can talk to your counselor about that to get the ball rolling on that. And again, it'd be a pre-approved plan, an 80-hour log, a supervisor evaluation form, which we would give you to have filled out, and a final project. And I will turn it over to Ms. Fitzpatrick, another one of our counselors.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emily. I am a counselor for students with the last names A through DI, and I'm going to discuss the Fine Art Seal. The Fine Art Seal is one of our locally defined seals. We've defined it in 2 different pathways. The first pathway is to earn 2 credits of fine art credit. If you come in from your previous school with some fine art credit, that will, count toward that 2 credits. So it could be transfer credit. It can be college credit plus credit. You could put together an independent study for credit. And then you would then be required to put together a final project. Final projects can be papers, they can be PowerPoints. You can get as creative as you like, and then you just need to submit it for approval to a your school counselor. The second pathway is to participate 2 years in some kind of fine art program, either dance, theater, music lessons. If you're doing this, you'll want to get it pre-approved by your school counselor. You'll want to meet your participation in hours. Some of those programs have attendance that you need to achieve, and then you'll want to do another final project. Same thing. It can be a PowerPoint, a paper, whatever you want to do. And then there is a seal validation form where your instructor will need to verify that you did participate. Next slide, please. Okay, so that sums up all the seals, and I know we've thrown a lot of information at you, so I'm just going to go over where you can kind of find this information at. So you all should have access to your Evolve portal. So once you go into your Evolve portal, you'll see your graduation summary. Next slide, please, Jamie. So when you first get in, you'll log in, and then you'll see a grades tab. It's there in purple. You'll click on that, and then you'll select your graduation progress. And then here, this breaks down the credits that you have and you need. So to graduate in the state of Ohio, you need 4 English credits. You need 4 math credits, one of which has to be Algebra 2. You need 3 science credits. You need a physical science, a life science, and advanced science. You need 3 social studies credits, world history, American history, and government. You need a half a credit of health, a half a credit of PE, and a half a credit of financial literacy. You need 1 credit of fine art, and then 3.5 credits of electives. So looking at this box here, this is just an example. You'll see in the orange-ish column, it says required. So if you look under English, it says 4 English is required. The earned columns next to that in the yellow, and then how many you have completed to be on the right under complete. So for this example, 4 English is required. You've earned 3. You still need 1 more English to graduate. Down below, you'll see physical science. The students completed the physical science requirement. That shows as complete. And then at the very bottom, it says electives and it says exceeds. So not everybody will have an exceeds. This just means you've earned more credits in this category than you need to graduate, which is fine. That you're welcome to do. And then it sums up at the total at the bottom. It'll say required credits 20, which is what is required by the state of Ohio. We just require the minimum 20. And then what you've earned is 17.75 for this example. So that is kind of how you understand that graph. Next slide. So here is our contact information. So if you have any questions regarding today and you don't get them answered, you're welcome to email us, call us, however you want to get in touch. And I'll give it back to Jeannie.
Okay, thank you. We'll go ahead and open it up for questions right now. Skylar, I think you had your hand up that you wanted to ask a question.
I was wondering if those scores were for those tests for my grade level.
Are you talking about the ACT scores that we talked about, Skylar?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can I ask what grade you're in?
4th.
4th? Okay, nope. So you will wait until you're probably in high school to take the ACT. Yep. So for that particular seal, you'll definitely probably be in high school.
And keep in mind, this is just graduation requirements that are currently in legislation. So by the time you get to high school, Skylar, this may have changed. So we'll keep having these probably every year. So this is our current graduation requirements.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you to the counselors. I know they threw out a lot of information at everyone. If you have any questions or think of anything when the session's over, feel free to reach out to myself or the counselors. I will be emailing everyone that attended today a quick survey to fill out so you can give us some feedback there. So again, we will be posting recording for those that are unable to attend. And thank you for joining us.